Most of us are obsessed with artists, we're obsessed with Hollywood stars, we're obsessed with poets and scholars and sculptors from the past. But the artists that we live with every single day, sometimes we think of them as like on the side, oh, you're just an artist. But no, they're an artist. That's something to be revered.
Dorchester Art Project, or DAP as it's known, is a artist-run space in Fields Corner, Dorchester. I'm Emma Levitt. I am one of the directors at Brain Arts Organization, which is a arts nonprofit for Greater Boston, and I help run the Dorchester Art Project. We provide studio space. We have 14 or 15 artist studios. We have a live stream studio, and as of a few months ago, we just expanded into a storefront space where we sell the work of local artists. Our biggest priority is affordability and accessibility. So artists a lot of times are part of the gig economy and kind of like the base for the gig economy in a lot of ways. So I think that we've been impacted, the same way that low-income people have just been impacted by the pandemic.
We have found out that our whole industry is vulnerable because so much of our industry relies on people gathering in a location to observe and witness the art. My name is Michael Bobbitt. I use the he series pronouns, and I'm the executive director of Mass Cultural Council. My heart is breaking because you're right. This pandemic has hit artists harder than anyone else. I think the unemployment in the artist industry is like 30% higher than any other industry. An already impoverished group of people are now suffering even more. Plus, because they're gig workers, a lot of the unemployment laws didn't work out for them. You're also talking about people that maybe don't have health insurance. Even though they're working 60, 70 hours a week, they're not covered by health because health insurance is tied to employment. So you're talking about people that are really, really, really struggling, and we need to take care of them. We need to consider them a vital part of the society and the nation.
We pride ourselves on being adaptable, and so as soon as the pandemic hit and we had to cancel all of our in-person events, we were able to pretty quickly pivot to honestly just doing a more mutual aid. And our first move was to fundraise $17,000, which we were able to pay out to some of the staff that we had working events who were no longer able to work events. We provide rental relief to our tenants, and we use that money to create gigs for working artists. Even just $150 here or there, we know is super impactful.
I've had a very eclectic career as a designer, sometime installation artist, event producer, filmmaker, and a number of other hats that I've worn at various times. The connection to audience is really problematic. The fact that galleries have been on and off, for the most part closed, means that opportunities for your work to be seen have had to shift online. So I think a lot of people are relying on Instagram and other ways of sharing imagery, and some of that has resulted, I think, in a kind of possible wider audience in some ways, but maybe not a commercial connection. But it does mean that I think more people are seen more widely in some ways, but it may be less of a kind of profound connection to the work than you have when you actually go and spend time with something, So it's a mixed bag, certainly.
It's my hope that, this whole experience over the past year will hopefully bring people together, in a sense of advocacy and speaking out against, this oppressive system that creates these precarious conditions, and hopefully working for a better future where it doesn't have to